Samuel Brown with us here today on the Blue Plate special. We're going to say formerly known as Walden.
Yeah.
Is that a good way to put it? Because
Right.
now I get to pretend like you're just a whole new person to us here.
Right. That was kind of the idea behind it. I was going under Walden for a long time, going under that moniker and playing with a bunch of different musicians, and there's another artist named Walden in Australia, so there was trouble with bios on iTunes and things like that getting mixed up, and it's not very searchable, and I've been playing a lot of shows by myself, so I think it was kind of a coming of age thing to say, you know what, I'm just, I was given a name when I was born, I'm going to stick with that one.
Makes the whole checking account thing a lot easier, too. You tried to deposit that Walden check. I'm sure you had many of them, big ones,
Not as many as I'd like, I assure you.
All right, so Ethan, you grew up in Kentucky.
Correct.
How many years did you live there?
I lived there for 13 years.
Okay.
And
so was your family musical? Where did your musical side come from?
Well, there's definitely not a ton of players in my family, but they all were really big bluegrass fans. There were nights I can remember when I was a kid with bluegrass jamming circles in my papaw's house, and constantly bluegrass music. In the morning making breakfast, we would have Bill Monroe or Ralph Stanley on. So that's kind of where the love for string instruments and Appalachian tradition came from. But as far as players go, really not a lot in my family. It just around the age of 12, I just kind of made the decision I wanted to do it, and just started playing.
So you're 12. You find a guitar. Where'd you find your guitar? Where'd it come from?
My dad had one, and he could play a little bit. I think he tried to learn when he was younger a little bit. He knew a couple chords. And it was kind of a Christmas gift from my mother. If you want to pick this back up, here you go, a nice guitar. And it was more of a gift to me because I immediately, jumped on it. And eventually they bought me my own guitar, and took off from there.
Are they surprised that you're a musician?
I don't think anyone in my family particularly thought I was going to pursue it at a young age the way that I did. I don't think they were surprised when I moved to Nashville out of high school and all that. But between the age, I think my brothers and parents probably thought it was a phase when I was 13 years old trying to play. They'd always be, shut your door, as I'm sitting there, banging on chords. But eventually, by the time I was 17, 18, and I was playing out at that point. So I don't think it surprised them that I decided to make the plunge to Music City.
All right. So the CD's called Before I Wake.
Correct.
You want to tell us a little about it? Did you write the tunes, do some covers? What'd you do?
Yeah, that came out about a year ago, and I kind of toured all over the country playing with different musicians, going under that moniker Walden, trying to kind of find an identity, and all along the coast, up north and everywhere, I recorded this EP and finished it and released it in Nashville. Have it for sale over here. It's for sale on iTunes. And then currently right now we're working with the band I have now over in Nashville. We're working on the first full length, which it's going great. I'm not sure when it's going to be released, but I'm definitely going to play a couple tunes off that one while I'm here.
All right. So from here, he's headed up to Johnson City. Tonight, he'll be at the Acoustic Coffee House. You have the opportunity to shake and howdy with him after the show. Certainly make him feel welcome. The best way to find him, we decided, was Facebook.com/Ethan Samuel Brown once you get there. But for now, I'm going to back out of the way. We're going to get some more music from Ethan Samuel Brown on the Blue Plate Special.
All right, thank you.
Calls are filing as the clouds are burst with gin, and you'll find me rapping with the barkeep by the door. They love you for your golden locks. The boys start shaking in their socks. Even God would find his knees upon the floor. And they forfeit what they've got. They're reciting lines of mimicked thought. Well, you never seem to see the cards in your own hand. Well, are you not the mystic friend of mine? Killing clocks and not wasting time. Could I offer you a stroll through native land? 'Cause I will still believe in anything you tell me to. If this means that I'm a prospect for spending time with you, my Gin Darlin. If it were up to me, we'd buy a plot in Italy with a dog and bikes. My God, we'd have ourselves a time. If this martyr will stop taunting me, shaming things that I want to be, well then I'll offer up my reason and my rhyme. And you'll make me choose a hand. One holds a dime and the other sand, and I needn't have a clue, or so you say. But the moon and back isn't one small step. I will flip a coin and fall back in debt, because my luck is bad, my heart I must betray. But would I still believe in anything that you tell me to? And would this mean that I'm a prospect for spending time with you, my Gin Darlin?
Thank you, very kindly. That's one that we're recording right now. Like I said, is going to be on an album to be released in 2015 at some point. Very excited about that one. And I'll play you another one, expected to be on that one. More to do with me being from Kentucky. This one is called Ode to Gonzo, and it is about my favorite Kentuckian, Hunter S. Thompson.
Dark-cloaked riders fled their health, and the desert grew wider for the carnival of the Commonwealth. The dawning of vision, a collection of woe. I'm no longer in prison. My ode to Gonzo. So I left the manger to make amends. My friends became strangers. My strangers became friends. I was loathing in fear, so I followed their flow. 'Cause me, I adhere. My ode to Gonzo. Fiction is the best fact, and I forgive them. Stedman and Rowe. Make the thesis stack paperback gems. Fiction is the best fact, and that can be so cruel. Back to Kentucky. Hey, Hunter roams he's pistol lucky, collecting Rolling Stones, and a fist-headed dagger did certainly glow. Now it's on a platter in my old Gonzo. Fiction is the best fact. Forgive them, Stedman and Rowe. The thesis stack paperback gems. Fiction is the best fact, and that can be so cruel. Can be so cruel. Can be so cruel. Can be so cruel. And as the dawn painted my room, the carnival had been consumed. I was tied to my bed, and these riders, well, they rode on ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.